Hey friends, I am back today with part 3 of my unpacking and collection video slash declutter video. I am going to be diving in deep today because this is stuff that I had planned to get rid of, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not very good at sticking to decluttering, but we're going to try to change that a little bit today. The other thing I wanted to say is, you guys, I forgot that I needed to say this, so I've popped back so I can. I get really uncomfortable when people ask me for my stuff. I've already had a lot of emails and people reaching out asking in my declutters if they can have my things. And look, here's the bottom line. I've said it a lot of times, but I don't know, especially with the volume that I have, that people might not believe. But I literally have to sell stuff to be able to buy other stuff for my channel. I absolutely could not afford to do videos without selling those items. So I know you may go, but you have so much, why do you need it? You know, why can't you send it to me? And it's because if I want to keep doing videos and keep getting palettes to show you guys, I have to be able to sell the things that I'm getting rid of. So I am really sorry. And if I'm not going to sell something, which is very, very rare, it's going to be going to my mother or somebody close to me. So again, I'm sorry I didn't say it in the last 2 videos, but please do not ask me for my stuff because it makes me really uncomfortable. In full disclosure, and I'm just not a bullshitter, I do make a little bit of money in small commissions from brands. And when I say small, I mean very, very minute amounts. And I'm super grateful to anybody that ever does use my code, but it's not like I'm making shit tons of money or enough to support myself or this channel by any stretch of the imagination. So I just to dispel any kind of thoughts that might be out there that I'm rolling in dough, especially after this move, it is just not the case. So, I'm really sorry again. I hate that I even have to put this kind of disclaimer in there, but let's get on with the declutter and collection video. Okay, so let's start at the very top of this box that is next to me. This is the Morphe 18B Make and Bank palette. The packaging, it's nothing special, definitely like a basic Morphe type of packaging. When you get the palette, this is what it looks like. It is really pretty. I actually like this color story a lot. I personally really enjoyed a lot of these shades, but truthfully, it is not my favorite formulation. It's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's not the best. I stuck my damn finger in it. You see this? Oh, as I totally stuck my finger into this stinking color right here. This palette is really nice, and for the price, I definitely don't think you're going to be let down by it. Let's go ahead and swatch a shade from it. I really like this one. It actually reminds me of a shade that is in the Natasha Denona Purple Blue palette. I'm gonna do the green. I'm sorry, I know. Shock of all shocks, I'm gonna swatch a green. All right, let's just put that little baby right here. So definitely kind of flaky as far as a shade would go. And is it the most metallic of metallics? I'm gonna say no. It's more like a slightly more than satin shade. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. In this case, I will absolutely still be decluttering it. It is nice, but I definitely have a lot better within my collection. The palette I have is Lime Crime. This is the Lime Crime Venus XL palette. This is what the packaging looks like. I definitely think it is really pretty, actually. I think it's a cute aesthetic that they have going on. When you open it up, this is the color story that is on the inside. And you guys have heard me talk about it a lot. I'm kind of like, on pinks and purples, but I will say this is a beautiful color story. It definitely, I mean, there's a lot of shades in here that remind me of Pat Mcgrath. This is certainly less expensive than a Pat Mcgrath palette, but I will say, as far as metallic or any kind of performance like that, like multichrome, metallic, you're not going to find it in here. So if that's what you're looking for, move on. This is not the one for you, but you know what? You're here and I'm here, so let's go ahead and swatch. I kind of feel like this was like a matte that had the sparklies in it, but I could be wrong. It's been a hot minute. So that shade is really pretty though. Let's go ahead and put it right here. Definitely very easy to use, I can say that. So I think the glitter's pretty much immediately dispersed as soon as I put it on my hand. But that is a nice shade. The formula is very, very good. So if you're looking for a solid collection of these colors in a matte formula, this might be a palette that you would choose, but just keep in mind you'd want to pair it with something else if you're somebody like me that really likes those poppy, bright kind of metallic finishes, foiled colors. Like for me, I would 100%, hang on, this is like the only one I have off to the side, but I would probably pair it with something like this. Ooh, hang on a second. Maybe I'm going to eat my words. Maybe not the Dawn of Fall, but maybe I would use like the Flare collection. Ooh, no, you could even use like this shade right here, Caramel Apple, in conjunction with this. Oh my gosh, how beautiful would that be? Like all over the lid. and then, you know, over one of these. I think it'd be great. Or even this in the outer with some of this. Ooh, da-na-na-na. That would be a heck of a look. But as it stands right now, this is not a need. It's not a must-have. So I am probably just going to swatch it and sell it. This one right here is the Chocolates by Juvia'S Place. I love Juvia'S Place. You're not going to think so when I go through this whole section with you guys, but I actually do really enjoy their formulation. So this color story is gorgeous. My only qualms are some of these are very similar to each other, which is fine. They definitely have different undertones. I would say this has more of a purple undertone and this is more of a like gray undertoned brown, but at the end of the day, do I really need these shades when I have so many that are in brands that are my absolute favorite? Probably not. But I will say the performance is really good. Let's go ahead and do a swatch of one of these. Like, oof, that's nice. Let's go ahead and pop that right here. Don't disappear on me. No, it is actually very, very good. I think I did a video with this and it was really nice. So I like it, I enjoy it, but it's not my absolute favorite. Actually, this color right here is really pretty too. Let's swatch this one. Like, look how gorgeous that shade is. That shade is actually kind of making me rethink my life here. I like it, but I will say this. Okay, so I really like it. I said it like 3 times. I like it, I like it, I like it. Actually, I do really like that. Ooh, I wish I could get a better freaking light in here. Let's kick on this real quick. It is a beautiful shade, but I definitely have something similar to it and give me glow and clarity. So I'm gonna keep decluttering this. Okay, so this one is another Juvia'S Place. This is like either the Deuce or Duce. I don't know how they're pronouncing it. I'm so sorry. It's probably even something different than that, so I'm an idiot and I sound really dumb. I love the packaging. All of their packaging is kind of reminiscent of each other, but it is so beautiful. I definitely think they did a great job with the artwork of this. When you open it up, this is what it looks like. Guys, I actually have a really hard time wanting to let go of this. I know that I have shades that are like this in other brands. I know it mentally, but I still, every time I open this, I don't want to get rid of it. I think that the color story is really fun and unique. I like it. We're going to go ahead and swatch this baby right here. Like, oh, that color is stunning. And I went ahead and left the light on because honestly, the lighting in this room sucks right now. I swear I'm going to get the overheads in here soon, but they're not here at this moment. But like, look, that is so beautiful. Whew, I really like it. I'm not going to keep it still. I'm just going to say it, even though I really, really enjoy it and I don't want to get rid of it, I probably will still at least swatch it, maybe save those swatches for a rainy day to show you guys, and declutter it because I'm not using it all the time. I'm not going to use it all the time. I still kind of want to use it all the time because honestly, the quality is great of this. Should we swatch one more? Okay, let's swatch one more. Let's do this one. This actually reminds me of a melt highlight that they have a little bit, one of their ghost lights, but I don't even have it anymore. But ooh, look how pretty that is. Hey girl. Let's turn off the light for a second. Wonder if it still is pretty with it off. Probably not. But I swear it is actually very, very ethereal and it's beautiful. I still have a lot of stuff like this, so I am going to continue to declutter this. Alright, the next one is another Juvia'S Place. This is the Nomad Palette. I love this packaging. I think it is so perfect for fall. It actually, the little background area reminds me of Pyrex dishes from back in the day. Definitely really cool. Reminds me of my childhood. I actually have a boatload of Pyrex that I have around the house. And this is the inside, and I'm actually kind of going, what the hell was I thinking wanting to declutter this? I probably didn't want to declutter it, but I felt like I should because I have so many shades like this. Sorry, you may hear my cat huffing in the background. He's like, why the hell aren't you in bed? Probably because it's only 5 o'clock. You need to get over that right now. But this, I think, is so beautiful. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to turn on the light so you can see it a little bit better. This shade right here, this shade right here, all of these work so well. I don't know if I did a video on it. I can't remember. Like, that's how much my memory sucks, honestly. But then I go, okay, I mean, that's pretty, but is it the best? Do I need it? I mean, because I definitely have matte shades I really like already. I think this is exactly what I did last time. That's funny. So here's this shade, which is stunning. Oof. Is this a reason to keep this? I feel like I probably have something similar to this in Give Me Glow. Hang on, I jack that swatch all up. That is so pretty though. Oh, You know what? Maybe I'll save this palette for the live and get your guys' opinion. That's what I'm going to do. This will go to the maybe baby stack. Then the next one that I have is also Juvia'S Place. There's like a huge stack of Juvia'S Place right here. This is the Warrior palette from them. And again, the packaging, it's gorgeous. Like, I love everything about this aesthetic. I think they do a beautiful job. When you open it up, this is the color story. And it's so pretty. Like, look how gorgeous it is. I think, this is hard for me because the performance of these are so good. But then I go, I've got brands like Pat McGrath. I've got brands like Sydney Grace. Do I really need these in my collection? Probably not. We're still gonna swatch it, obviously. Like, why would we not swatch this? Okay, let's put that right there. These texture-wise are so smooth and easy to use. That one is stunning. Oh no. Remember when I was like, I don't need it. This is what I do, but I don't need it. I definitely have a shade like this from Sydney Grace. There is no point hanging on to stuff when I know I've got similar things in my collection. I am going to maybe do swatches that I can save for another day and take pictures with it, but I will be decluttering it. Okay, so this palette right here is the Alter Ego Blooms palette. Let me open it back up. I can't even remember what this is. This might be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette. It's been a hot minute since okay. So this is definitely the dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette. I was not crazy about that palette, and truthfully, this is not my favorite color story, so I am 100% okay with letting this one go. Oh my god, my husband just came in and scared the absolute utter shit out of me. I'm definitely not going to keep it, but I guess I could do a swatchy swatch for you guys. Maybe I'll do Kala.
Being dramatic.
Oh, so was Leo. He drew up something. So, I feel like you kind of have to work into this shade.
Draining a garden hose into the journal in here?
Nobody has drained anything but you and your snake in there. Sorry, that's my husband. He's peeing rather loudly in the other... I know I can't talk. There you have it. So, I'm going to swatch this, but this is... I love you. See what you've done? Are you happy now? So this shade right here kind of reminds me of a topper when I'm digging into it. And let's see how it works. You definitely, I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very pretty. I really enjoy it. However, I have other shades that are like this and other brands. And I'm not crazy about this color story on a whole, personally. I know lots of people love it, so please do not think I'm bagging on you if this is like exactly your jam. It's still gorgeous. It's just, it's not greens. And you guys, if you watch my channel, you know, like, I'm pea green with envy for green palettes. So this is going bye-bye. The thing I'll say is that I think the packaging is spot on and really pretty. And I'll tell you, this pricing is so good. Leo, you guys, my cat, we're gonna try and ignore him for a hot second. He's back in that mood again. The pricing for this is incredible, and I really did not think that the Natasha Denona version was that good. So if you wanted that color story but didn't want to spend that much money, do not even hesitate. This is well worth it. Okay, so this one is the Bad Habit Divine palette. This was, I think, I actually think this is what Alter Ego was before it was Alter Ego. And this, I think, was the Star palette dupe. So, yeah, okay, so Natasha Denona had a palette called the Star palette. It is beautiful, but I actually thought the performance was not very good in the ones that I had, because I had two of them. Neither one of them were that good. I apologize, my nails still look awful from when I stuck it in the last shadow, but this, to me, I mean, I loved having it, but here's something very funny. Like, look at this. For those of you that like Makeup Geek, this palette right here, if you look just at the left side, reminds me of the Makeup Geek and Manny palette. Or even the whole kind of thing reminds me of a big Makeup Geek and Manny palette. Like, that's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this. I do think it is beautiful. We will go ahead and swatch this shade that I think everybody loves, and I never get tired of saying, ooh, girl. Ooh, that quality is really good. Am I going to end up eating my words? All right, hang on. Let's give this a swatch. Wow, that is so easy to use. Huh, okay, hang on a second. Hang on. Pick up a little bit more. Okay, hang on. I don't know how well it's looking right now, but let's kick on a light. Maybe let's get a second swatch to make a decision. What do you think, Leo? I think he's going to agree as long as I just let him stay on the desk. So, okay, let's pick a second color. Let's go to this one right here, which is Soul. This is still performing really well, and this came out a few years ago, so I may... Oops, I stuck my thumb in another. Let's give this a shot. I don't particularly think that the texture is the exact same as the Star palette, but it is beautiful. But again, I definitely have these shades like 100 times over. So you know what? No, I'm still going to go ahead and declutter this. It is beautiful, and it is a great dupe for the Star palette, but in my opinion, kind of better performance. Okay, here's another one that is a dupe palette. This is Bad Habit, the Solstice palette. When you open this little baby up, this is what the inside looks like. My cat just saw the reflection of the mirror and he about lost his crap. And let's go ahead and kick on a light. This is supposed to be like the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. This is beautiful. I definitely think that has all those vibes. If you are looking for that palette for less, this is definitely... Oh wait, they're not around anymore. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Bad Habit is gone. They are no longer in business. I wonder if Alter Ego's done a copy of this. I think it's the same brand again. I feel like they have. I can't remember. That's how many palettes I've tried in the last little bit. But let's go ahead and do a swatch from this one. Let's do this one right here. And that's what it looks like on my finger. So that is beautiful. It definitely is very comparable to the Sunset palette from Natasha Denona. If you're able to pick this up secondhand, I don't think you'll be sad about it. But I will still be decluttering it. Okay, the next one that I have is the Zulu palette by Juvia'S. And again, the packaging, so beautiful. Love the artwork. Love the eye makeup on this one and the lip makeup. I like all the makeup that's on this lady. Like, I wish I were looking like that. When you open it up, this is the color story that is on the inside. And truthfully, this is not my favorite combination of colors. I do have some brands that are very similar and have, well, I do have some brands that have similar color stories that I like better. Like, I did recently pick up the Clarity Cosmetics Carnival palette, and I feel like some of these shades are in that, and I love Clarity. Now, these mattes, in my opinion, are very, very good. Even the metallics are very good, but I do still like Clarity just a bit more. So this shade right here is going to be the one that I'm going to swatch. I loved this shade. I'm almost tempted to like depot my favorite colors and keep those. But I know what a chore it's going to be. And I know I've got shades that are like this, and I might like them even better. But you're here, I'm here. Let's swatch of this. Wow. Holy crap. That's so beautiful, though. Ah, it's gorgeous. Let me kick off the light. I don't know if it'll make any difference. This lighting sucks. I promise you guys, I'll get up the lighting again. But for me, I am just not super drawn to this color story, so I will be decluttering it. So here's one that I actually have two of. I think I forgot I had it, and I got it again because I actually really, really like it that much. So this is the Saharan palette by Juvia'S. And again, I do have two of them. So I will definitely be getting rid of at least one because there's no point keeping both. But oof, this is a gorgeous color story. Not kind of, it is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I think it is so beautiful. I am going to swatch the other one of these because if I decide to keep this one, I'm going to put this in the maybe pile and let you guys decide on the live. But for now, I will swatch from this one. And let's do this shade right here because holy crap, you guys know how I feel about an old gold that has a bit of green or an old green that has a bit of gold. I love them. They are some of my absolute favorite shades. And boy, they nailed it with this one. Like, 100%. So beautiful. Let's kick on the light at this. Oh, it's gorgeous. Holy crap. Leo. I do have two of these. So like I said, one of them's going to go. That'll be this one for sure. The next one that I have is the Nubian. Sorry, I'm laughing because my husband's tail, that got creepy. My cat's tail keeps flipping at me, and look, he's all irritated and indignant, like this is his space and I need to get the hell out of it. But this is the Nubian palette by Juvia'S, and again, artwork always really beautiful. Then when you open it up, this is like the new Dream palette. Like, it is so beautiful. I like that it has red undertones, even though it is a neutral palette, in my opinion. I think this is just beautiful. That's something that Juvia'S does really well. They make, and it makes sense because it is a black-owned brand, they make palettes for every skin tone, and I love that. I definitely wish that every single brand was inclusive. They all should be. There is no reason for any skin tone to not be accounted for in any brand. That's asinine to me. I like that Indi Grace does a light and dark version of most of their palettes. I think that I've seen, unless they already have a pretty good range of colors within the palette. I think every brand should be doing that. So this one right here, I do really like. However, I have these colors like 100,000 times over, so I will not be keeping it. I'm going to swatch a shade because I want to see how close it is to this other shade that I've got swatched already. So I'm going to pick this up. Oops, okay, all right. I didn't need to go quite so gung-ho. And I'm just going to put that right here. I was just curious if it was close to any of the other ones I had. It kind of looked like it for a hot second, but then it was all a lie. Okay, so that's a beautiful shade right there. Let's kick on the light. Ooh, hey girl. But again, I don't have a use for this really. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong. I can always keep it and swatch it, but should I? Do I need to? No. Okay, so the next one that I have is Bad Habits Supernova palette, and I'm not crazy about any of these packages. I don't think they're really that like special or unique personally. Like, that sounds mean maybe, but I'm not into it. When you open it up, this is a dupe for the Lila or Lila palette. I can never get it right, and I'm so sorry. My brain is like wah wah wah. I know people have told me like 10 times, but that's been like a long time ago now. But this is really, I'm telling you, they perform really well. I wish they still had these available. I wish Bad Habit was still around, but it's not. If you see this online, I don't think you'll be disappointed picking it up. It is far less expensive than buying the Lila palette. Let's go ahead and swatch one of these. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to swatch. Let's do Brilliance. Ooh, that's pretty. You pretty, girl. That's pretty. Okay, so it's definitely easy to pick up, I'll say that. I just feel like I'm not doing the best job. I don't typically swatch on this side of my arm, all truth be told. But okay. So this is what this one looks like right here. Let's click on a light. It is actually a lot prettier than it was looking in the dark. My light sucks with I should just leave this on. I should just leave this on. But I will not be keeping it because I actually have the Lila/Lila palette and I don't see a need to keep both of them. Okay, so the next one I've got is the Natasha Denona Mini Glam palette, and this is what it looks like. I think it is beautiful. Like, let me just first and foremost say that. But I have the other Glam palette, so I kind of go, do I need this? I definitely know I have these colors a million times over, even from Natasha Denona. They may be slightly different, but let's be real. It's kind of like Pat Mcgrath and her golds. There's a million of them. Do we need them all? No, we really, really don't. So I'll go ahead and swatch this one for you guys. I will tell you this, that the quality is so good. Like, so good. Let's go ahead and put that right here. Pick up a little bit more. Oh, Leo, do not do it. But Leo, oh my gosh, he's standing up. He's gonna knock something over. Leo, psst, no. You've done had enough. Goodbye. It's beautiful, but do I necessarily need this? Again, no, I do not, especially having the other Glam palette. So I will continue to declutter this one. Okay, so this one right here is from Alien Cosmetics, which is now Unearthly Cosmetics. This is a Sunbathe and Soft Serve palette, and truthfully, I have never used it. The outside is kind of plain. I do like the, oh, you little, come here. You're done. I do like the font on here. I think it's really cute, but when you open it up, and this is just a personal thing, I can't open it. But when you open it up, it's mostly a blue palette, and I'm just not really into blues. This actually reminds me quite a bit of the Melt Stack that they had, the blueprint one. I could swatch it, but I almost feel like I shouldn't, because if I'm going to sell it anyway, and I know I'm not going to love it, I'm not going to keep it, and I don't even know if anybody's interested in seeing a video on it, then there's not really a purpose of me doing that. In case, I do have this, but I will still be decluttering it. Okay, so this one right here is the Midas Cosmetics Unveiled palette, and this is, oh wait, hang on, the Cool Nudes. I'm so sorry. The packaging is great. I think it's nice when it is kind of that very... In any case, I'm so sorry. My husband has removed the cat from the room. I'm very sad about it, but it had to be done. In any case, this is the Unveiled Cool Nudes palette from Midas Cosmetics. Actually, I'm really sad because I just saw that they are closed. Honestly, they have some of the nicest mattes and beautiful formulas that are out there, so I'm really sad for them. The packaging, I think, is great because it's kind of a basic, but still looks really nice and classy type of feel. When you open it up, this is the color story, and I personally find this to be very satisfying. Like, this is This is a everyday nudes transitioning to fall palette for me. And actually this kind of gives me vibes of the Clarity, oh no, what's it called? Chocolate Seduction palette. And I love that. And I think this is great too. I am going to go ahead and swatch. Maybe I'll just swatch this one in the middle for you guys. And I am still going to let it go because I have done a video on it. And but I am sad. I'm sad for them. I am wishing them all the very best because they've definitely done a lot to inspire me with their makeup. And they deserve good things. I'm sad that they're not able to stay open. So, oh, holy crap, how beautiful is that shade? Like, legitimately, that shade is fantastic. And I can tell you this, that the performance in the whole palette is great. If you can see this still anywhere, I would scoop it up personally. I will be decluttering it, but it's well worth keeping. Okay, so I'm back. I had to go wash off my arm. So the next one I've got is the Mini Love palette from Natasha Denona. And this is what the inside looks like. I actually really, really like this. For as much as I dislike the full size or the midi size or whatever of it, I really like this one. Now, my husband, he hates these colors. He can't stand them. It might be why I kind of like turn away from them a little bit, but I really like them. I think this is a great color story. I'm going to swatch this one, which may surprise you because I've actually swatched the shit out of this one. But I think it's such a gorgeous shade. Like, it really is quite nice. It's got like a pink with a small hint of blue sparkles in it, I think, in my opinion. Oh, sure, make me look like a liar. But like, look how gorgeous that is. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good. It makes me not want to get rid of this one. I do really enjoy it, actually. I know I have these shades in other brands that I think I like better. Okay, I'm still gonna declutter it. I'm still gonna declutter it. It's really nice, and I kind of hate myself a little bit, but it's going away. The next one I've got is the Mini Star palette. This one I was really torn on getting rid of. I personally think that this color story is perfect. It's beautiful. It definitely, these shades I think all of them were in the bigger size Star palette, but I don't have it anymore. And I know I just swatched this in the dupe palette, so let's go ahead and do this one, which I might have also swatched in the dupe palette. We'll find out. Then let's put it right here. Ooh, come on, girl. Now I will say this, I just used like a makeup remover rather than just trying to wipe it off, so my swatches may not look that great from here forward. But, ooh, how pretty is that shade? I think it's gorgeous, but do I necessarily need to keep it? No, not to keep the memory alive. The memory's alive and well in my heart. Okay, the next palette that I have is the Saharan 2 by Juvia'S Place. And again, the packaging, primo, spot on. This is the color story on the inside, which admittedly, again, is not like my most favorite. I feel like I have so many of these colors many times over that it just isn't practical. It's just impractical for me to keep it. So let's go ahead and do this blue one, because I don't often swatch blues. I know what's wrong with me. Everybody likes them. That's really pretty. That is a really gorgeous shade. It's like a light minty sea foam with a bit of gold. I love it. I'm like, I should just keep that shade, but I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. It is beautiful though, and you know what? I'm gonna do this one too, because I have a problem. Clearly. Oh, okay, guys. Oh my gosh, this reminds me 100%. Okay, this reminds me of 100,000%. I'm gonna try and fix it again more. You know what? Hang on. Dang, now I'm really debating keeping this. So you guys know that shade if you have watched any of my videos about Pat McGrath that is in the Mothership 1. This looks just like that. This looks just like the shade that I am so obsessed with. So if you really enjoyed that shade from Pat McGrath, maybe consider picking up this palette because, boy, it's a lot cheaper and you get some other really beautiful shades in it. So I'm still going to pass just because I do have that Pat McGrath palette and I do have shades that are like this, but ooh, it's really nice. The palette that I have is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, and I swore for the longest time that I was never going to get rid of this palette because I so enjoy the colors. Even though a lot of people would consider this to be a dated color story, the packaging is great. great. I like that kind of sturdier feel. I think it is very luxe feeling. When you open it up, I hate this. These drive me nuts. I like, ugh. You know what takes away from the bouginess? These things. Drives me bonkers. But this color story speaks to my soul. It's like everything I need for autumn. I'm like, here I am talking my ass right back into keeping it, but I don't need it. I really don't need it. I have all of these shades in my favorite indie brands. I still really like it, and I still kind of want to keep it because I really like it and I want to keep it. But let's go ahead and do a swatchy swatch. I think I always swatch this same shade, but I really like this shade. It's so pretty. It's just a beautiful orange with gold. Oh, I love it so much. It performs so well. It makes me have a hard time getting rid of it. We're going to do this one too. I just wanted to see if it was anything like that, but I don't think it is. I was like, why not? It's here. I'm here. It's fine. It's not my favorite. It's a nice highlight shade, and it definitely rounds out the palette, but I'm still going to stick with my guns and keep it decluttered. Okay, moving into the next thing, we have got the Juvia'S Nubian 2 palette. Their packaging, it is very pretty. When you open it up, this is the color story. Now, I haven't talked about this, and I guess now is a good time to do so. And I feel this way about every brand that does this. I do not like pans that are this size. It's not that I won't buy them, because I will. Kind of grudgingly, though, because yeah, I will never get through pans this size. I don't think anybody will get through pans this size. Maybe, you know, there are people out there that they just work from like one pan at a time. But to me, this size is very impractical. I wish every brand would not just do like the smaller size, but also offer even the mini size like Tammy Tenuka does. I feel like that is such a great option to have. Definitely less wasteful, and certainly makes me want to spend, because at least I'm not pumping money out on things that I'm not ever going to get a chance to get through. At least there I feel like, oh, you know, I can use through this. I may actually go through the whole palette, and, you know, I really get to enjoy what I've purchased. So now that I'm done with my soapbox, I'm going to talk about this, which I actually find to be a stunning palette. I really want to swatch this, this, and this. I really like this. I really like this, but we're gonna start right. I really like this. I like this whole freaking palette. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna start with Egypt, and I am still gonna do okay. Here is Egypt. Ooh, holy crap! You can't tell me that doesn't swatch like a dream, because it totally does. And then this one right here is Holy crap. Guys, this swatches so well. The texture of these is like so smooth and so buttery. Let's get a light on in here so hopefully you guys can see. Now, these are beautiful. They're not like the truest, most metallic shades that I have, but oh, the performance is really good. So if you are able to pick this up, I would do it, but I will be decluttering it because I really like the super foiled shadows a lot more. This next palette is Makeup Revolution London. I don't know why it says Revolution twice. In any case, this is a Courage Wild Animal palette, and I truthfully have never used this. Now, I will say I have swatched a few of their palettes, but I have not been impressed with the textures at all. They were very waxy, not at all something I was in the mood for. Animal print stuff, so this for me, the packaging immediately, I'm like, no thanks, that's not my jam. When you open it up, it's the same. Still not my kind of vibe. When you open it up, which I was having a hard time with. Oh, okay, this is one I haven't even swatched because I was like, oh wait, I did. Okay, I did swatch these very gently. Once I tried it, I just knew it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Ironically, there's a few shades in here that are very similar to the last one. So I am going to swatch this one again. It's not the exact same, but I thought I think it would be a little bit fun to put it with those. Go ahead and do that. Actually, that's funny. The texture almost reminds me of Juvia'S of that one, but as you can see, the performance is just not the same. It's fine. It's a really beautiful color, actually. The green's got a nice gold sparkle through it, but I mean, I'll do a little bit more. I don't want anybody to think I wouldn't try, because I absolutely would. But actually, that one's not bad. All right. But it's still a very subdued kind of shimmery shade. It's not like boom, pow foiled, so I have no use for it. You have no place! That's mean. I'm just kidding. It's just not my jam. Okay, this one right here is the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. The packaging is very typical to hers, except for this is a hard plastic, which is fine. I don't have any qualms with that, really. It's a fun color. It's definitely very tropic feeling to me. But when you open it up, which I need to be careful, this is the color story on the inside. And okay, the mattes in this are really good. I'm just not crazy about this color story at all. That's just me being honest with you guys. Like, I want to like it, I want to love it, and I just don't like it, and I don't love it. So for me, this is 100% something I'm going to pass on, and I'm not going to be sad about it at all. I will go ahead and re-swatch this shade for you guys. I say re-swatch because I actually did a huge Natasha Denona swatch video, and then I never posted it. And I never got through doing it. So these pans are a little bit different, and as you can tell, that's actually more of a satin than a metallic. So there's that shade. It's just, and I'll pick up a little bit more, trying to be fair. I do kind of like the sound that the pan makes. It's kind of satisfying in a weird way. It's fine. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite, but it's adios. Okay, this next palette is the Natasha Denona Lila or Lila palette, and apparently I was getting rid of it. I don't know if I will. I probably still will. The packaging is great. I love this kind of more leathery feel. This reminds me a little bit of the Adept Cosmetics Plain Jane, no, Ninhedrin palette. That's like immediately when I got it, that's what I thought of. When you open this one up, again, it's got this awful freaking piece of plastic that makes my blood boil. I just, want to send it to the depths of hell. And this is the color story, which is very pretty. And if you are a purple and a pink and all of the things that are in here lover, this palette is for you. Personally, I like it, but I'm not like in love with it. Now, her purple blue palette, ooh, I will save that. That's like exactly my vibes. I am going to go ahead and give this shade right here a swatch. It is one of the most beautiful orange shades. It's orange to pink and a little bit gold. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. I really hope so because it's gorgeous. And I will give that a swatchy swatch. Wow, that is very pretty. See, that kind of shit makes me want to keep it. Let's see if we can't get it in another light. It's so beautiful. Darn. Maybe let's do another one. Let's do this purple. This palette, like for some reason, not for some reason, this palette immediately makes me think of my friend Lisa that is on here. And ooh, that shade's really nice. Ooh. Oh no. I made a huge mistake. That's gorgeous. Oh, it's so beautiful. I know I have a shade just like this from Give Me Glow though. I'm like, I just want to swatch more of it, but I'm still gonna let it go. Maybe I'm gonna put this in my maybe pile. I've lied. I'm gonna put this right into my maybe pile. Okay, so this one right here is the Chromomatic Palette. This is from Rose Company Cosmetics. They sadly also just closed not long ago. Honestly, it makes me really sad for them. The owner, Mandy, is like one of the nicest people, and she's a hell of a rapper. I actually won this for my birthday. I really like it. It's a beautiful palette, but they're not around anymore, which is very disappointing. Hopefully she'll be able to reopen. I think that she has done a nice job curating this whole rap theme that's going on with it, just because I really enjoy rap music quite a bit. And it's something I've listened to my whole life pretty much. I mean, obviously not in like 2nd or 3rd grade because my mom would have been like, I don't even think so, but definitely 6th grade Eminem is where it started for me. Thug's Mansion. And oh, it's so pretty. So this is definitely a topper. Ooh, but it's nice. She nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And let's see if, darn, you guys are still not seeing all the things I'm seeing. This is a beautiful palette, but again, this company has closed, so I am going to go ahead and let go of this, even though it makes me very, very sad. Alright, the next one that I have is the Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette, and I remember when this first came out, I was so hyped on the idea of her doing some multi-chromes. And then we actually saw what it was. The packaging is great. I like that it does flip colors and it is really pretty. It is really freaking pretty. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's going green when I'm looking at it. But then here's the inside. I'll say this. When I found out the pricing was the exact same for this as it is for the other palettes of this size, I was not happy because there are 3 colors in here. Yes, they are multi-chromes, but there were no other metallics, and I found that to be a huge disservice. I felt like she should have lowered the price of this. I do think that the mattes in here are incredible, truthfully. Like, oh, hey girl, you're beautiful. But let me just say this, these multi-chromes are very lackluster. Like, they're pretty, they're beautiful, but they are not Indi quality. Indi has The multi-chrome, duochrome market completely cornered. There can compare. That's all I feel about it. Like Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you, and by you I mean Indi brands. So this is the shade Scarab, probably the best one out of the whole palette, and I will give this a swatch. I mean, multi-chrome wise, it does. I mean that applies very, very nicely, but I don't know. The motion that you're seeing is very minute. I don't know. Every time I look at this, I'm really torn on it because I so enjoy the mattes. And yes, I am going to swatch this for you because, like, look how instantly amazing that is. And let's just throw that right there. But then I go, you know, I've got these colors in other brands. Do I need this? Do I need it? Somebody talk me out of keeping it. I think I'm going to save this for the live and get your opinion, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like this is not going to stay. All right, the next one is the Natasha Denona Love Palette, and I can tell you 1000% I am decluttering this. I will not miss it. I will not send it letters. I will not even call it. It's very pretty. It is perfect for Valentine's Day, and when you open it up, this is the color story. And I know lots of people that were probably very, very excited about it. I remember when I first saw it at Sephora, I was excited about it until I swatched it, and it was an utter pile of crap. I'm sorry. I thought it was awful. Like, this shade right here was the only one that swatched remotely decently, and everything else was patchy, chalky, the house. It was not good. I think earlier I swatched the shade in the dupe palette that was this one, so I will go ahead and do that same shade for you guys now. And maybe you guys can back it up or compare it. It's fine. I've actually done a comparison video of the two. Maybe that wasn't the same shade, and I'm an idiot. I felt like that meme of Chef Ramsay, where they've got like the buns around that guy's head, and he's like, "What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich." So that's what it looks like in the light. This one performed pretty well, actually. Now I'm just eating my words. I'm still like, I don't need it. I've got better in other brands. I've had better. Okay, the next one that I have is the Bronze Palette from Natasha Denona. I'm not sold on getting rid of this one, and my hubby, I think, actually was like, you should keep this one. I love the packaging. It is very bronze and beautiful, and when you open it up, this is the color story, which I think is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. You're beautiful. You know, I'm still okay with getting rid of it. I'm still gonna get rid of it. Okay. What can I swatch from this for you guys? Woo, woo, woo. Let's do this one right in the middle. It kind of reminds me of the packaging. And I will, like, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're pretty. Holy crap. I'm making bad choices. Okay. That is so pretty. And it is, the texture is incredible. Let me flip on a light here. Like, that shade is so beautiful. But I am still going to declutter it. Okay, so I think this is why I still have that other one right now. This is the Canyon palette from Alter Ego. First off, the packaging, really cool. Love it. I think they did a great job with it. I think that I was going to save the Bronze palette and do a comparison video because this little guy is completely brand new. I thought that I had already done one before, so now I'm kind of going, am I in an alternate universe? Maybe I didn't do it, but I think I did. So I'm not going to touch this one because I feel like I did, and I need to find out. But I will, if I have already done it, I will be decluttering this one as well. But oof, girl, how beautiful is this? Seriously, I feel like I did do a video. This is actually really going to bother me. Okay, starting a new box. This is one of my Give Me Glow Big Custom palettes. And, okay, more JSC palettes are inside of here. I do have, like, maybe one more that I haven't depotted yet. Real talk, let me just say it. This is still hands down one of my favorite palettes. I loved it. It was the Alien palette. I thought it was legitimately amazing. I'm going to do a swatch of this shade. And actually, this one right here was one of my favorites, too. Actually, this one was, too. I like that whole freaking palette. I thought it was awesome. Ooh, yeah. This is one palette I'll never be tired of. That is a beautiful shade. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and do one more from it. Because why not? Let's do this one. Like, are you able to see it? Like, how beautiful is that shade? Oh, you guys can barely see it. Oh no. I really like that shade. I still think it is gorgeous. I kind of want to use it right now. I like that it has kind of a little bit of gray undertone. It almost reminds me of this Pat McGrath dupe, but just slightly more smoky gray. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I am going to be keeping these because they're depotted and there's no way I can sell them. Alright, this one right here is my Dawn Eye Cosmetics shadows. Now, they were loose, but I went ahead and pressed them. And I do have one Luxie Beauty. I think this was a highlight, but I used it as an eyeshadow. Dawn Eye Cosmetics was like the first multi-chrome brand I think I ever tried, and I was really excited about them. It wasn't the perfect experience, but they did try to make up for it. William, who worked there, was great. I don't even know if they're still open anymore. I never hear anybody talking about them, which is really sad, because the quality was great. Let's go ahead and do this shade right here, which again was one I pressed. They don't sell them pressed, but like, woo! Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm sucking at showing you guys. Let's put this, hang on, I got stuff going on over here. So let's go ahead and put this right here. Unleash the Kraken! Okay, so I mean, the shade is fan-freaking... Oh, wow, you're seeing it totally different than I am in person. I'm seeing very blue to green, and you're seeing just really, really green and slight gold. But it's a great shade. I think it might even be called Captivating because I was super excited about it. And the thing I would say is it's definitely on there. It works really well, but a base would be perfect to make this like optimum output. I don't know, that was a really strange way to say it. But anyway, I'm going to wash off my arm and I'll be right back. I didn't say this, but I'll be keeping these because this would be impossible to ship, even if I could sell it, because these are so... They're pressed, but they're not pressed perfectly. So the next one that I have is the Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime Palette. This is the second mothership that she ever put out. The packaging, of course, is like beautiful, on point, amazing. And then when you get the palette, this is what it looks like. And am I wrong? Is this it? No, this is totally it. And I have actually decluttered this. Let's turn this on. And I had actually decluttered this palette because half of it is boring and I have it a few times over from her. And the only shades that I really want to save it for are these ones down here. Even like this, I feel like meh about. But this shade I was really, really into, and same with this one right here. So I'll go ahead and swatch both of these for you guys. But I probably will still be decluttering this palette. I know a lot of people are like, don't declutter Pat McGrath. And I get it. But I'm also at a point where I'm just done keeping stuff that is copies of copies of copies. It drives me actually nuts. So, oof, that is making me want to change my outlook on life. But you know what? The shade that's in Nocturnal Nirvana is almost just like that. Slightly more purple, a little less blue. I don't need that. And then this one, I know I have another Pat McGrath shade that is similar to. I don't... Ooh, oh, I just saw it again. Then I saw her face. And it made me want to change my mind because this is freaking gorgeous. Oof, I don't know. I know she's got a shade that's very similar to this in like one of her newer quads. So that's fine. I don't know. It's so pretty. Let's turn this off. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm second guessing my whole life right now. I still think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because I know I've got something like this from Cleona, and there is no point in me keeping stuff that I'm not going to use more. And in that spirit, I am moving straight into the Decadence palette. This is the packaging. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite of her mothership packaging. No, it's not. I lied. It's one of my favorites of her mothership packaging. I actually had the Star Wars version of this, but somebody was kind enough to trade me because I actually preferred this. And this right here was the gold packaging. They also had gold packaging, which worked out really well because I would keep this just for the gold packaging. I'm not going to, but I would because I'm like that chick. When you open it up, this is the color story. And, okay. I don't love it. I'm sorry. I feel like it's too much hodgepodge. It's not really my jam, but the shades are all fan-freaking-tastic. I did keep my smaller palette because the little plastic one that's ugly as hell, because this shade right here, I love it very, very much, but I am not going to be heartbroken without him, even though I really like each one of these shadows. I will go ahead and swatch one of these for you. Let's do, you know, the thing she's most famous for, gold. Or maybe not most famous for, but she sure does a whole lot of them. That is stunning. It is a beautiful freaking gold. Like, even without the light on, you can just see how brilliant it is. That's what I mean when I say I, like, need shadows like this. I don't want anything lackluster. This is exactly what I'm looking for. If this were still the Star Wars palette, this would not be the droid I'm looking for, so it will be leaving my collection as well. Now I just found some empty boxes. I swear I still have some of these palettes, so this is really funny. This one right here went to, oh gosh, it was the... Oh no, it was the Lunar palette that she did for Lunar New Year, maybe. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was, but this is the 2020 box, which somebody was kind enough to send me. I am really grateful for her, but boy, 2020 sucked, so I'm kind of like, do I keep it? I'm gonna keep it, but it's just funny that I just saw this and I'm like, ugh. And this one right here, I don't know why I threw that. I'm so sorry, because 2020 was so bad. I was like, to hell with this packaging. This one right here, I love the packaging for. This is the Eternal Eden palette, or this is the Eternal Eden quad, which I am positive I have around here somewhere. I literally don't know where it is. So when I find it, I will show you that palette, but I will be keeping this packaging. And this one right here is the Iconic Illumination, which I also still have around here somewhere. And when I find it, I will show you that one as well. But these packages, so beautiful. Okay, so the next one that I've got here is Pretties for Your Face. It's one of my many, many, many palettes that I have from them, and I absolutely, oh my gosh, you guys, if you like Pat McGrath, if you like pina coladas, this is the brand for you. I am telling you what, this is Pat McGrath kind of payoff at like drugstore prices, beyond drugstore prices. It's crazy to me that they can do this the way they do. I actually wish that I had a shade like the ones I've got here. I'm trying to think if I do with what I've got right now. I don't think I do. I'm gonna swatch this little guy right here. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And in case you guys are curious of the shade name, this one here is Nitro. I hope you guys can see it. It is so gorgeous. And I'm just going to put it right. Wow, that was way different than I was expecting it to be. Oh, maybe you guys are seeing it differently. I'm sorry, I started to yell. But for me, I'm seeing like a really bright teal green shade. And then when I turn it, I'm seeing blue and purple and pink. Holy crap. All right, let's flip on the light. You guys are now seeing like a bright purple, a bit of blue. I need better lighting in there. I'm telling you what, you guys, these shadows are, they're phenomenal. I am affiliated. I don't get money. I do get more product to try for you guys, and the code is Jaclyntriesit, all one word. If you are interested, definitely check them out. I'm telling you what, they are one of my most favorite brands I've tried this year. So moving on, and I'm not getting rid of those. That's hilarious. These ones right here are all Colored Rain singles, and I don't know if I'm going to keep them because a lot of these, I think I have in other palettes of theirs, or I did. At least I think these are Colored Rain. Yeah, these are Colored Rain. They are beautiful, but again, that's kind of not my color story. So I will swatch like this one for you guys. Ooh, because Colored Rain has some really fantastic formulas as well. Like, look at that. Holy crap. And I don't even think you're going to see it as brilliant as it is, but oh, that, you guys, is, okay, I might be eating my words. Maybe I'll do a swatch video with it first and then declutter it, but yeah, I'll do a swatch video first. All right, this next one is from Notoriously Morbid. This is the Absinthe and Lace palette. I like the packaging to a degree. I don't like this printed on sticker, but I like the dark fairy, dark green fairy. I really loved Moulin Rouge, so to me this almost gives me small amounts of vibes from that. When you open this up, oh my gosh, you guys, okay, so the color story seems like maybe very bold, very, you know, out of your comfort range, but I am telling you what, this performs so well. And I don't mean most of them on their own. I would probably not use any of them on their own, but as toppers or in conjunction with other shades, 100% all day I would do it. This shade right here, and I need to stop swatching it because this, the more you swatch it, the more like hard pan you get, and this shadow is one of the most beautiful in my collection. So I need to stop it. Yeah, it just gets drier and drier the more I touch it, and I only do it for you guys, I swear. but the more I touch it, the more hard pan I'm getting from it. So I don't want to keep doing it. I will flip on this light and see if you can see it any better. It's a strong, it doesn't look like it, but it's a strong like green to pink, purple, blue shade. And it's not pulling off that way. I swear that this palette is a lot better than it's looking right now in this light. It is really good. I would say do not swatch it unless you absolutely have to. And honestly, I was thinking I was going to keep it, but now I'm kind of feeling like I won't for that reason. I am going to go ahead and declutter this. It is a beautiful palette, but I constantly need to be able to swatch things, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this. I can't believe I'm going. The next one that I have right here is the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay, and this brand came out of left field and surprised the shit out of me because I did not expect to like it. This palette, I love the packaging. I think it is so beautiful. You've got the tree, you've got wilderness, you got all, well, duh, that's the name, but you got all of the outdoor vibes. I'm here for it. When you open it up, this is the color story, and to me, this is almost like both of the Amor Eterno palettes mixed together into one, and it was so cheap. It was so cheap. I'm like still blown away that it was so, I'm still blown away that it was so affordable, honestly. It performed amazingly. The mattes were not my favorite mattes, but oof, those metallics are out of this freaking world. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this guy right here. Shock of all shocks. I'm sure you guys are really surprised. Because this just, it blew my mind. Look at that. Holy shit. Wow. I'm just as excited about it today as I was when I tried it the first time. This is another one that the texture reminds me of Glam Light and of Dose of Colors and of Lunar Beauty. And let's click on a light so you can see how fancy it is. Like, oof. I want that everywhere. When I die, bury me in that. And I will absolutely not be decluttering it. All right, here is a brand that I absolutely love, but I cannot buy from because the shipping prices are so high. They are international shipping. They ship internationally to me, so I really wanted to pick up their most recent palette, their Silent Night palette, and I really wanted to get some of their multi-chrome singles, which are still probably out of my price range at this point. But the shipping, I couldn't justify it. I just could not justify it. So here we are. This is Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and I love them. I really adore them. Let's see here. What do I got? What is this? You're not Glaminatrix. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't even got a chance to swatch this for you. So this is the shade Gleam from them. I've swatched the rest of these in a video prior to this. Oh no! Look what I just freaking did. Flaking apart a little bit, but look at that. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and, darn it, this really did flake apart pretty hard. Oh no. Sorry guys. I don't know. It didn't come broken or anything like that. This is just the texture. It's just, if you do get it, be very, very careful. I don't even know what you could use to pick this up more gently than your finger, to be honest. I guess some people are probably pretty good with a brush, but it's not this girl. Yeah, very flaky, but oh, very pretty. Hang on, let's get a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm just trying not to completely ruin the pan. There is that. So it is gorgeous, but be very gentle with it if you do decide to pick it up. That's all I'm saying. But this brand on a whole is very, very good. I really enjoy them. The owner is very kind. I just, I'm at a place right now where I cannot afford the international shipping. I just can't do it. And so, unfortunately, I'll have to wait until either maybe they run a promo for free shipping, which I was really hoping that they would do for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Christmas or some holiday. Please pick a holiday to justify it for. But it just hasn't happened, and I'm really sad because I'm going to miss out on that Silent Night palette, and I'm going to be very disappointed for a long time. But in any case, I love them. I think they're great. I will not be decluttering any of these because they are fantastic. Okay, you guys, so I've had some casualties. Everything's going to be okay. It just doesn't feel like it right now. These are more my Pretties for your face shadows. I do have these in a Terra Moons palette, but it's just because I didn't have another one empty that could hold this many. Now I have some empty ones, so I'm going to be transferring stuff over. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this guy for you guys out of here. I'm sorry. Like, everything I have and want to touch is greenish. Don't judge me. Like, look at that. How beautiful is it? Let's just put that right here. Oh, wow, that changed a lot. Okay, I was expecting it to stay kind of green. I don't know if you guys are seeing green or purple. Or gold, because I'm seeing all of those. Oh, that shade is fan-freaking-tastic. So what is this one called? Hang on a sec. This one right here is Explosive. Oh my gosh, it really is exactly that. So I'm seeing a very strong like purple to gold. And I don't know what you guys are seeing. Maybe red, maybe green, maybe gold. I'm not sure. Let's flip on a light. Boom. I love them. I think they do a great job and are definitely comparable to Pat McGrath, but fraction of the cost. And I will absolutely be keeping every one of these. The next palette is called, the next palette is from Notoriously Morbid as well. And I actually had a video pretty much finished on this palette, and then I never went back and finished it. I have like 10 videos like that. That's just kind of ridiculous. Apparently I put this in upside down. This is the Darklings palette. I am not really into the art. I don't understand it personally. The box I also think is kind of strange. It does kind of give me VHS tape vibes in a way, if you are old enough to know what those are. When you open it up, this is what it looks like, and I absolutely love this palette, and I never got a chance to share that video with you, and I still would like to continue filming on it, but oh, these shadows are gorgeous. Every one of them performs beautifully. I didn't have any issues with hard pan in this one. Look at that freaking color. It is beautiful. Hang on, let's pick up a little bit more. I now want to slather this all over my lids, and oh, it's so beautiful. It's like a purple pink with a little bit of gold. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of this one from Glaminatrix, but it's not falling apart. And then when you turn off the light, that's what it looks like. But I'm telling you, in daylight, it would probably be even more interesting. It is very similar to this shade right here. I kind of have a thing going on for these shades, but that is okay. I really like this palette. I will not be decluttering it. Oh, you thought I was done? Here's some more Pretties for your face. I have a lot of them. Like, I really like them. I don't know which one to swatch for you guys. What do we got here? What are you? Scorch. Let's do Scorch. Why not? I don't think I've even had a chance to swatch this myself. I did get quite a few new shadows last time I was able to. And this one is kind of crumbling. And some of them are like that, and that's okay. You can just use like a glitter glue or a base. Oh my gosh. That's so much different than I was expecting. Holy crap. But this, I'm not wearing any kind of base or lotion or anything on my arms. In fact, if anything, I'm not really doing my best swatch job because I've got, what's it called? I've got makeup remover on my arm. But that, you guys are seeing a really nice maroon shade, and I'm seeing a very strong gold to maroon. Let's kick on a light. Oh no, it just got darker. It got like maroon to purple, I think, for you guys. But I'm telling you what, there's a gorgeous kind of gold and orange burnished kind of flip to it. It is so fantastic. I love this shade. Of course, I'm not getting rid of these either. Okay, these ones right here are my singles from Dandelion Co. And let me just tell you, as far as mattes go, these are some of the very, very best. They are a little bit, there is some fallout with them, but I'll tell you what, it is well worth it for how they perform. They just blend so easily together. It's dreamy. Now, I will say their metallics or their shimmers are just not as impressive. They're not bad, but they're very soft and gentle and subdued. That would be how I would put it. So this shade up here, for instance, I'm going to swatch it and just compare it to the Pretties for Your Face. Like on my finger, I still think it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is beautiful. They're all beautiful in their own special way, but compared to other brands, compared to other formulas, it's not my absolute favorite. At some point, I will probably declutter some of these just because they're not the mattes by any means, but the metallics or the multi-chromes or the shimmers. Let me kick on a light. You can see it a lot better with a light, but without that, you're kind of seeing about how it's paying off in real life, truthfully. So they're beautiful, but the mattes are like the real star of the show. Shock of all shocks, we've got some more Glam Light. And I have so much more than this, you guys. It's kind of ridiculous. But this is, I think, the Chocolate Donut palette. Are you? Or am I lying? Yeah, Chocolate Donut. Woohoo! And I really like this. When I first got it and tried it out, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. And in fact, this shade right here in the pan really reminds me of another one that I tried. When I did the swatch for Chromomatic, this is exactly what that color reminds me of. I would swatch it, but I really want to swatch this one right here, Boston Cream. So let's dive on into it. Like, these are just so gorgeous. Ugh. Like, I probably don't need it. Like, do I need it? No, I've definitely got shadows of this color. And the packaging is a little cumbersome for me, so I'm like, do I need it? I kind of feel like I need it. That's what it looks like. You know what? Ooh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You know what? Let's before I go making, you know, hasty decisions, let's swatch this one too. Oof. See, that makes me not want to get rid of it. Yeah, just this one shade alone. If I can find something in my existing Indi brands that is similar to this, then I will I'm going to put this in Declutter, but it's not going anywhere until I find a dupe for that shade right there. That shade alone would save this palette for me. It's kind of like a purple and pink that has a gold flip to it. I really think it is unique and beautiful. So it's getting decluttered. The caveat that I find another shade that is like that. If I don't, then it's not going anywhere. Okay, this next one is the Glam Light Pizza Slice. There are two of them. I think this one is the Meat Lovers. Oh, good, it is. Okay, I have not had a chance to use this. I thought about putting it in a Flashback Friday. Why am I dumb? This kind of packaging is hard for me. Like, I get it. It's kitschy. It's cute. But I personally am a fan of, like, regular rectangular stuff. And there's another color story that isn't my exact favorite, truthfully. But I do still like it, and I am drawn to it. So I think I will keep it at the very least to do some swatches of it. I want to put it in a Flashback Friday and see if anybody else is interested in seeing it. Really want to swatch it. Okay, we're going to do chicken. We're going to do chicken. Chicken. And put it right there. Hang on. Chicken! Alright, in this lighting, you're not seeing a whole lot, which this lighting sucks. But under flash, you can definitely see it more true to what I think it would actually be. Now, like I said, this one, that is, in the dark light, is actually what it looks like. But, I don't know. That's not my favorite either. Let's do ham. And if I don't like ham, like if ham isn't like wowing me, then I might just declutter this. Ooh, now that I've said that, I think ham is gonna wow me. Are you wowing me? Hang on. Okay. This one's a little crumbly, but it's not bad. It's not like awful or anything like that. I'm just having a hard time picking it up. Okay. That shade is really pretty. Let's kick off the light and see what we can see. And let's close this one. It's beautiful. I'm going to save it for a Flashback Friday and see if anybody's interested and do some swatches at the very least. But after that, I will probably declutter it. Okay, this one right here is the Veggie Lovers, I believe, from Glam Light. And this one I actually had come broken. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful pulling it out. Oh, please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, you can see it kind of in the bottom there. But the packaging is cute. But again, it is kind of kitschy and inconvenient for storage purposes. When you open it up, this is the color story. And why didn't I have one of these little sheet things on the other one? That's weird. But I'm really sad because this beautiful green shade right up here broke. But I am still really interested in giving this a shot. I do hope to feature it maybe in a Flashback Friday if you guys are interested in seeing it. I have not swatched it yet. Let's go ahead and try spinach. I said that really weird. Spinach. I actually feel like the textures that they have now are better. That might be the exact same, but I feel like their formula has just improved. Okay, so that's more of a satin than an outright metallic. It's nice. You know what? I think I'm going to declutter both of these. I'm going to declutter both of these. If you guys decide later that you would like to see me do swatches of it, or if you want to see me do a Flashback Friday with it before it's gone, that's fine. Let me know. But I think for now, both of these I can live without. I really love their newer ones a lot better than these. And this one right here, we're just going to move straight on in. From Nomad Cosmetics, America's Parks. Look at this packaging. This is literally a plus packaging. When I saw this, I've been really creeping on Nomad for a long time, and I hadn't pulled the trigger, and I don't know why. like, I literally can't figure it out. But when I saw this, I immediately was like, yep, no, I don't care what's in it. I'm going to get it because this is exactly what a travel bag or like any kind of keepsake memento you would have on the road would look like. Peppered in, well, okay, that I would do. Maybe not everybody's like this, but I would pepper it in stickers. I would love some patches. I love stuff like that. This is gorgeous. I think they did a great job with that. And then when you get the actual palette out and open it up, this is what it looks like. I died. I literally did. It's like, I feel like this is in my top 10 for the year. I love the color story. The performance is really good. The mattes were fantastic. I loved the details that were actually on all of the pans. It was so cute. Great touch to add to it. And I'm telling you what, these were all so special. I'm still on another level with it. I wanted to keep using it and using it and using it. Let's go ahead and do a swatchy swatch. Let's do this one right here. Like, oof. Okay. That is gorgeous. I don't even know if you guys can see me swatching these. I'm so sorry. I'm probably way out of frame. Like, look how beautiful that is. And I don't even know if you're doing it justice, but in person, I'm seeing like a gray, actually, that's hilarious. So I did a shade collaboration with Pretties for Your Face, and it kind of reminds me of this. There's like greens and pinks on a gray base. I really like this. I really like the one I did with them. Let's see if we can get it in another light. Of course not. My lighting in here sucks. You guys, I will get my lighting up. I keep saying this. Right now, it looks like green on a gray base. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's do one more because I so love this. Oh no, I don't know which one to do. I like this one. I like this one. Let's do this one because you guys know how I feel about greens. Okay. Ooh, it's like so much more than green too. Okay. Like I felt like these were all so shifty in interesting ways. And the texture here is sort of reminiscent of Glam Light. Slightly more topper-esque, but oh my gosh, are you guys even seeing that like I am? I'm seeing like a brownish, greenish, reddish, goldish shade. It is so freaking pretty. Holy crap. Yeah, I love that. I love this palette. Definitely one of my favorites this year. I really wanted to get their Haunted Europe palette that they had out for Halloween, and I was moving and everything was going on, and I was trying really hard to save my money, and I regret not picking it up. Wholeheartedly, actually. And they also did a Christmas one where the proceeds went to help a shelter, and I thought that was so cool. I love it when people give back. It really makes my heart happy because you're getting something you really want to try and you're helping somebody out. In any case, Nomad Cosmetics for the win, and I will 100% be keeping. Alright, the last one that we're going to be looking at tonight is the Glam Light Pie Palette, which I also really enjoyed. I got this one, I think last year maybe, but this is what the inside of it, oh sorry, I didn't talk about this. This packaging is honestly really well done. Like, I thought that this was perfect. They did a great job with it. When you opened it up, you've got the pie part, which is also the palette. Now, I know, again, I keep talking about bulkiness and stuff like that. I get that it's still bulky, but it is actually pretty darn cool. When you open up the palette, this is the color story. Like, oof, it's so good. I freaking love this. Like, Nutty Pecan, Peach, oh, Blueberry, all of these are fantastic. Let's go ahead, and this right here for blush, it was gorgeous. Even this was a nice blush. But let's do Peach. I'm on one right now. Clearly I have a color story favorite. Don't judge me. Oh, hi, Peach. Oh, hi. Yeah, this one right here is more the formulation that I like from Glam Light. So I'm going to definitely be keeping this one. I don't know if you can see my arm at all. I'm so sorry. I'm just winging it. I'm on a wing and a prayer. But this is just a beautiful shade. Oh, I love it. And I'm telling you what, once I get this lighting situation squared away, you're really going to be seeing stuff a lot better. But definitely keeping this palette, 100% happy with it. Okay, you guys, so I am back and I wanted to give you guys a view of everything that got decluttered today. This right here is everything that is going, and these over here are my maybes, but I have not decided on them. But these are definitely, see you later, nice to know ya. If you guys like this video, maybe just let me know. Consider subscribing. Talk to me down in the comments. What would you have kept? Would you have gotten rid of something that I did keep? I am really curious to know. In any case, I will be back. I think I will try to do a live sometime this week as well. I really enjoyed that. You guys were so much fun, and it pretty much brightened my whole week. In any case, I hope everybody is staying safe and well and having a great week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!